Hi, this is Jason Palmisano, founder and CEO of Trinity Fitness. I'm here today with my sister, who is one of the most disciplined people I know, a nutritionalist enthusiast, and at least whenever we get together, of course, we're both very much into fitness. And what goes hand in hand with fitness is great nutrition, and that's one of the things I've always admired about my sister is incredible discipline when it comes to her nutrition. She eats for performance and has a lot of wisdom to share. So let me start off by asking this. In your opinion, how would you define a diet? Do they work? Kind of give us the interactions of that.
That's kind of a loaded question. So I'm going to be answering just from my perspective. And when I think of the word diet, I feel like it's very constrained. People think very negatively about a diet, and it doesn't have to be negative. I guess my approach to the word diet and how I incorporate that word into the idea of eating is it's just a way of your relationship with food. It's how I tend to eat, what I eat for breakfast, what I eat for lunch, what I eat for dinner, how that fuels not only performance in running and in workouts, but just overall health. Like, how is your health performing based on your diet? And you'll hear people say food is medicine, and I try to just keep that relation close to the word diet. That diet is food, food is medicine. It can either make you feel good, perform well, or it can make you feel bad.
Yeah, right on. I think that's right. I think what we forget is when we talk about diet, everything that is living is on a diet. Birds are on a certain diet. It's whatever intake, food intake you have is your diet. So we know that statistics say that when it comes to human beings on diets, that a lot of times they don't work because it's in many ways a Band-Aid or a quick fix that they're trying to just, I got to drop some pounds, I've got to lose a certain amount of weight, look a certain way, but it doesn't address what's happening up in here. And so oftentimes those that would lose weight through a diet program, that weight comes right back on. Statistics tell us that. So speak to us about beyond the diet to the mindset a person needs to have with their nutrition.
When you were talking about just the constraints of a diet, I thought people say, well, I'll start on Monday, or I've got a wedding coming up, I want to be 10 pounds lighter, and so there's always constraints to that. But don't think of diet as something that's constraining. Think of, again, it's a way of eating, it's a relationship with food and your health, but it's behavior. What is your behavior toward the way that you eat? What is really your behavior through, or what does your behavior say about how you feel about your health? And I think if people tie more behavior to health, they're not going to think of diet as something that you do. It's actually a way that you live. And I think the more people understand that, it's freeing. It's kind of liberating because you're not constraining yourself within a certain way to eat because the paper says you've got 21 days to shed 10 pounds, eat grapefruit at every meal. I mean, you think about that sort of stuff, it's kind of ridiculous. But it just needs to be your relationship with food, and then you've got to set your mind right. You have to believe in your health. If you believe in your health, you'll make the right food choices. It's not to say you have to be very strict. I mean, life's great, food tastes wonderful, you have celebrations, you have weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, and things that you want to come together with family, and food is very celebratory. But it shouldn't be restrictive. And I think if you just kind of keep an open mindset and know what your behavior is and how you're going to react toward food and just have a good relationship with it that way, you're on the right track.
Yeah. I think that's good. Okay, so, and along those lines, and there's so many thoughts going through my head right now based on what you just said, and I don't even know if I can remember them all, but the point of 21 days of this, 10 days of that, you got 30 days to this event, you want to lose that 10 pounds, seems to me like you're setting yourself up for failure if you were to have that kind of mindset, because it sets you up for a yo-yo. What happens after the 21 days? What happens after you lose the 10 pounds? The event's over with. It seems to me that there needs to be a lifestyle change that happens.
Yeah. Well, and just listening to you speak on that, here's what just came through my mind. I'm like, we are an instant gratification society, right? We want results right away for an effort we just did. And you can't think of your health that way. It's not something that's instant gratification. You have got to be on the journey. Health is a journey. And sometimes you're going to make very consistent and smart choices to get your journey toward better health moving a little faster. And other times, like we talked about, there's going to be some celebrations, but you've got to have the mindset that allows you to accept maybe a little stagnant, right? If you're trying to lose weight, but you know you've got some celebrations coming up, that's fine. That is life. Be okay with those little hiccups that might slow your weight loss or maybe your journey towards a better health. But yeah, we are so accustomed to being instantly gratified because of something that we just did, and we've got to just do away with the 21 days of whatever or the 10 days of this, because what happens is, who isn't gung-ho when you first start something, right? And then human nature, you're like, I feel like I've been there, done that, and it's the third day.
Yeah,
So what's going to feed that instant gratification? You have to be okay with putting in the work. And who actually puts in the work anymore? Right? Who puts in the work? It's hard. It's hard to do.
And so how do you sustain that? Because statistics say, even with New Year's resolutions, it's staggering how many quit in the first 3 days. And so there has to be some kind of sustaining factor that each of us have in our journey and on our journey to better health. And I always hear you talk about, hey, you got to know your why. And so if you can talk to us about knowing your why and how that may sustain us through the long haul of not just a 21-day this or a 30-day that, but a lifestyle change.
Honestly, I think everybody's desire for good health and just longevity in life should be the foundation of your why. That should be so important to everybody, because other people are involved with that, right? You want to be around for kids, you want to be around for grandkids, maybe you've got goals to travel with a loved one, whatever that why is. You've got to start making decisions and choices that help feed that. But decide whatever it is. So if you have a goal of running a marathon or adding some muscle, or it could be even just writing a book. I mean, whatever people use the word bucket list, right? Whatever's on that bucket list, if it's 1 item or 10, you have to know what your why is. What's going to drive your motivation every day toward your why? It's a buy-in that you have to have, and it's got to be genuine. It can't be anything on the surface. It can't be anything that's easily washed away or pushed aside. You've got to find a way to stay motivated for your why, and you will know if it's genuine, because you will be able to sustain making tough decisions to keep you on track with your why. You have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah, right.
And sometimes maybe you just get a pen and paper out and you write down a couple of things. What is my why? And maybe you're like, it feels superficial. My why feels superficial. Okay. But if that motivates you, maybe that's okay with you. If it's truly genuine and it's something that you can endure highs and lows and be on it for the long haul, that's good too. You have to know what your why is.
I think that's so important. Such a great point. So a couple of thoughts here as we close out this video. Knowing your why. Number one, that why has to be kept before you, because if you lose sight of it, if you lose focus of it, so many other things are going to vie for the space that the why takes up in your mind and in your heart. And so keep that ever before you. That's number one. Keep that why ever before you if you're ever going to have a chance at sustaining the lifestyle change. Number two, we go for the why because we feel like it's going to give us a feeling of satisfaction or some kind of victory that we're shooting for in life, some kind of success, and that's good. I'll give you an example because I want to compare it to the satisfaction we think we're going to get from comfort foods that shoot us in the foot. And I know I was raised, my mom is an incredible cook. She still is today. And not only does she, if she's having 6 people over for dinner, she's going to cook for 20. So there's going to be way more food than we need, but it's awesome food. It's all comfort food, and I was just raised to just eat, clean that plate off, fill it up again, and clean it off again. And so there's kind of that habit that's built into my life, but we're taught that food satisfies. And I've got to ask myself, how does that compare? How does that satisfaction compare with missing my why or hitting my why? And is the food I'm eating going to move me in the direction of my why? For me personally, I'm getting older. Hey, we all are, but I'm really stopped feeling it. As I get older, I want to fly airplanes. I want to climb mountains. I want to be there for my kids and my grandkids. I want to be an incredibly active person until I'm taken to the other side of eternity. So I've got to be careful. That's my why, and I've got to keep it before me, or I will self-sabotage myself with the false sense that satisfaction is going to come from food. It's a very, very temporary feeling, and it moves me in the opposite direction of my why. Got to keep that why before us and understand it's the why that's going to give us the satisfaction in the lifestyle that we're looking for. So thanks for sharing. We'll have to shoot some more videos at some point. You're going on a cruise today, so you're going to have a lot of buffets.
But here's the thing. I'm excited about the food because it's easy for me to eat healthy.
Yeah.
It's all prepared. You can have healthy or you can not have healthy.
Right.
I'm prepared to make the healthy choices.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And as you're preparing to make the lifestyle change, think ahead, prepare ahead. That helps your success. 85% of that success when it comes to nutrition is going to be in your pre-thought and preparation.
Yep.
All right. God bless you. I hope that helped.
High five.
Boom.